everyone! Welcome back to my channel. This is Sakura in Tokyo, and today I'm really excited because I'm going to be doing a very honest and thorough try on and review for the clothing and jewelry brand called SKYE. Now, if you have not heard of SKYE, that's totally fine because when they reached out to me, I have never heard of them as well. So believe me when I say that I was quite skeptical because their online presence is mainly on Instagram, but I have not personally seen any, in-depth reviews of their clothing on YouTube, on TikTok, most of the social media that you see. However, the way that they brand themselves and the clothing pieces that they did have, I was really intrigued, and even more so that I make sure I wanted to do my due diligence and asked a ton of questions to them before collaborating with them. And I was honestly, after all of the interactions and learning about them, very inclined, like positively inclined to give them a chance and do this collaboration and review. So that's why I'm here today. Right now, at this point in my life, I am trying to build a versatile, timeless closet for myself where I buy, more of investment pieces, which can be a little bit more expensive, but longer lasting so that I can wear it throughout my entire life, basically. And SKYE basically brands themselves as that, and they really want to make clothing pieces that are timeless, that are beautiful, kind of like this modern, elegant, and feminine look, as well as it being extremely, high quality and versatile. They do market themselves as being a luxe brand, which means that the prices of these items are quite high. They are really, I think, trying to be a brand that you buy investment pieces from. So if you're interested in learning more about this brand and see the individual pieces that I got that I will review very thoroughly, are these pieces high quality ones and are they worth it? Then please stick around to the end of this video, and I of course have a discount code for you at the end as well, so please make sure to stick around. In total, I got 3 clothing pieces. I got a cardigan, pair of pants, and a dress, and then I also got 2 pieces of jewelry, 2 pairs of earrings. So let's start off with the first item, which might be a little bit obvious because I'm wearing it right now. So this is called the Faye striped cardigan. So this is a simple cardigan, and what I love about it is that one, the material is really kind of like this thin, delicate material, and the details of this is really beautiful as well. I mean, the buttons are a little bit pearly. Each kind of edge, let's say in the sleeve or you see up here, is kind of, rolled down a little bit. So even though it is a really simple cardigan, it has a beautiful neckline, it fits me perfectly. This is in the size small, and I just like that the little details give it a little bit more elegance than something that I would personally buy usually at like Uniqlo, let's say. I can definitely see myself wearing this with just like a pair of jeans or a pair of, black pants that I usually wear on a day-to-day basis that's super comfy. I would say it's obviously a very casual piece, but I do also feel like you could dress it up a little bit if you wear it with like a blazer. So this is just like an everyday staple piece that I can see myself wearing, especially in the upcoming spring. So overall, I just think this is like a really perfect, beautiful piece that anybody can rock at any time of day in any season. Although I will see myself definitely wearing this for the spring or even the summer here because it is such a nice, like thin material. One critique I have of this cardigan is that personally I love the fit of this because it is almost, maybe not cropped, but it fits right under my belly button. So it helps give a shape to me because when cardigans, they tend to be too long on me, it looks a bit overwhelming and oversized, but I like that this is very fitted. However, if you do look on the website, the model that is wearing this piece is, I believe it says a 5'8". I'm 5'3" by the way, and it looks like the piece is much longer on her torso, which doesn't really make sense because I'm much shorter than her, right? So I'm not really sure what's going on there with the length. I have not checked exactly what the length was supposed to be. Personally, for me as a 5'3" person, this is a perfect size for me, but if you do have a longer torso or if you are a little bit taller, maybe I would just double check first with the brand, like if the length has changed or anything like that, and just because I don't want you to like get a piece that doesn't actually fit you. On the website, they do recommend sizing up, and I do agree. This is a small, but I think I definitely could have gotten a medium size to make it look a little bit more oversized, but I think it's just based on preference. I like that it has a more fitted look on me personally, so that's definitely up to you if you decide to want to try this piece. Next, let's talk about the reset dress. And I was in between sizes between XS and S, and I decided to go with S. Lately, I find myself buying pieces maybe because I live in Japan, so I'm kind of getting more used to the style around here, as well as me getting a little bit more older, maybe has something to do with it. But I find myself picking pieces that are a little bit more conservative in nature and something that I just don't feel so like tight and suffocated in or too showy, because again, I want to pick out pieces now that I think are comfortable as well as something that I can wear, you know, in a long-term basis, right? So this dress I picked out because I just saw it being like the perfect spring dress. As you can see, the material is also this really light, beautiful, like soft material, and it's very flowy. I love that the dress is a little bit long. I can see myself wearing this out on like a date or just going on a picnic, like doing something outside. And I definitely saw myself pairing this with my Vivea heels as well. I just think it has this really beautiful silhouette as well as it being very like light and flirty. As I mentioned with the cardigan, that I found similar to the dress was that I was really impressed with the fact that the clothing material, although it is really light and springy, it doesn't feel cheap. It feels very luxe, and like if you could touch this dress, I wish you could. It's like very soft, just like light, airy material that I don't see myself like being too hot in even in the summer, right? Something that you should know about this dress is about two details. The first thing you should know is that the belt part of this dress is not like a true belt. So it is already just like material that is tied and sewed into the dress, so it's not adjustable. So that's number one. And then the second part is the buttons are also like faux buttons. They are real buttons in the sense that like they are sewn on there, but you can actually open them up. So the only way that you can wear the dress is completely just putting it over yourself. So in this way, I think it's really important to think about size, because although I think technically I could have sized down, I think it might have been a little bit uncomfortable for me to wear an XS because I tend to have a little bit of like wider shoulders and narrower hips. So that means that although, you know, the dress will fit perfectly on my hips because it's a tiny bit loose with the S now, I would say like putting it over my shoulders might have been a little bit difficult. So I am glad that I sized up for this one. The third and last clothing item that I got are the beautiful, sorry, I know I'm very biased, but are the beautiful Esme pants in the color white. Now, I have been wanting and searching for a pair of white pants for just the longest time. I can never find the perfect pair because of either the fit or the white is too see-through. When I saw this on the website, I knew that I had to give this a shot. So these pants, I was also in between sizes between XS and S. I did size up to an S, and I'm happy I did that because I think it does fit perfectly around my waistband. Although I could have sized down to make it a little bit tighter, I tend to want to wear my clothing a little bit looser nowadays so that's comfortable. Now, what to say about these pants? First and foremost, the material comparatively to the dress and the cardigan is much thicker, and it definitely has the luxurious feel of these like really nicely made pants. And one thing that I really appreciate about these pants is the fact that they have like this second layer within the part that's supposed to cover, you know, your bottom part. So it's actually not really see-through. Comparatively to the other white pants that I have tried, the length for me is perfect as someone who is about like 5'3", which is roughly about 160 centimeters. And overall, just the look of these pants is exactly what I was looking for, you know, to be able to dress it up if I have to go into work or a meeting, but also dress it down very casually, you know, with like a cardigan or a t-shirt. One detail that I love about these pants is that the button part, I don't know if you'll be able to see, is almost like this painted taupey brown color. So I just feel like, again, it gives like an extra spring or summery feel. These pants are also like a very true white color. It's not off-white, it's not cream, it is a very true white. So do keep that in mind, because depending on the, you know, the type of pants you're looking for, you know, you may not want like true white pants, but I did. So this is perfect for me. Now let's get into the two pieces of jewelry that I got. Two pairs of earrings, and the first one is, you might have guessed, but I am wearing right now. So these are the Chantilly crystal pearl drop earrings or something like that. Sorry, I will put an accurate name and also a picture of them up here when I edit the video. And these are, I believe, with crystal and freshwater pearls. I believe most, if not all of their jewelry is coated, the gold part, with 18K gold. So that is definitely a higher longevity than a cheaper pair of earrings somewhere else. And they are also hypoallergenic. And they also have, I believe, on all their jewelry pieces, a 365 days guarantee. So these earrings, I'm sorry, I'm just like so excited because I just think they're so beautiful. The first thing that I noticed about these earrings was that when I held them in my hands, they did have a little bit of a weight to them, which was for me like a good sign, right? They are dipped in 18K, which, you know, it's not all gold, but knowing that it is at least dipped in 18K means that it will last a very, very long time, and I don't have to be so wary about like wearing them. And what I loved about these was that I actually don't have any pearl jewelry in my collection right now, but I have always wanted them. And I just think this is like the perfect statement piece that's gonna be so elegant, so beautiful, so perfect for any occasion. When I bought these earrings, I actually had a dress that I have in my closet that I really wanted to wear with them, and I'm just so excited for the next occasion that I can do that. These earrings have sort of like a small side-by-side 2-layer ring of the crystals, and then they have the freshwater pearl in the middle. So again, I honestly have nothing bad to say about these earrings. As you can see, I am wearing them right now because I love them so much. It goes perfectly with something casual like a cardigan. It also goes perfectly with something that you want to dress up a little bit more. I mean, I knew that this is a type of earring that I wanted to have in my closet, and now that I have it, I cannot say that I regret it because I just love them so much. The second pair that I got is called the Kira Crystal Flower Pearl Earrings. Again, sorry, I will link the actual picture up here. I love the fact that they're shaped like a flower, and I love the fact that they are so like not perfect, like they're imperfectly perfect. So as you can see, the freshwater pearls are, I think you can tell they're authentic because they're not perfect shape. The crystal is this beautiful like sky blue color that matches the spring and summer clothing that I showed you in this video, as well as also my other transitional outfits video. And this is definitely a statement earring that is a little bit bold for my taste, but at the same time, I think just again, so beautiful, so light, so like matches a lot of the clothes that I already have in my closet. So this is like the one color blue that I was willing to make an exception for in my earring collection, because everything else is usually just all gold, right? The details of these earrings are just stunning. I mean, I just love how they look, how they feel. Again, they do have a little bit of a weight to them, but neither of these earrings have enough weight to make my ears droop at all. It's like a perfect weight that I know that it's good quality, but it's not like too heavy on my ears. I don't think comparatively to the clothes that they're as expensive as you would think they are. Like for example, I think these earrings, the flower ones, are under $100. So, I mean, still expensive, but not as expensive as you think they might be. Now that we looked at all of the pieces that I got today, and obviously I was really excited about them, let's talk more deeply about if these, pieces are worth it or not, because as I mentioned, they're a little bit more expensive because they're a luxe brand. So let me share with you 3 green flags that I saw with this company that I think is really important to mention, because again, they don't have that big of a presence yet. So the first biggest thing that I noticed right away was that on their website, when you try to purchase an item, usually they'll have already a low stock of maybe 2 to 3 items left, or maybe they are already sold out anyhow. So I know that when you hear that initially, we are trained to think, oh, that's not a good thing. But if you think about it, I love the fact that they are slow fashion, because if you have endless availability of items, that means that they're constantly making these pieces and not really even thinking about if there's even demand for them. On the website, and also they told me that they work also exclusively with family-owned businesses or really small artisans to produce their pieces. And when I looked at each of their pieces, I could also see that while they were not perfect, like I think the craftsmanship is really good, but not perfect. And I think that's because they're handmade. The second green flag that I want to talk about is the communication itself that I had with this brand. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I was very skeptical because I have never heard of this brand before and they have a minimal presence online right now. So believe me when I say that I asked many questions, and especially about sustainability, because as I mentioned in my Vivea shoe review, I didn't want to advocate for a brand that I didn't truly feel good about. Here is an example of an email that they sent me that I was so, again, extremely impressed by. So I know that a lot of brands say that they want to be sustainable or claim to be sustainable, but what SKYE was really upfront about was the way that they're trying to be sustainable, because that can mean a lot of different things, right? So the first thing they mentioned was that they try to, eliminate waste. As I mentioned in the first point, they don't make more than they need to. They try to utilize the scraps that they have and make it into something new, like scrunchies or other accessories. They also focus highly on the longevity of the items, which explains why they want to make the clothing pieces super high quality, so that not only when you buy it you're happy, but you will be able to wear it for a really long time. I know that it's really hard for any company to be sustainable or perfectly sustainable, which is not really possible, but I really feel like they do their fair share of their research and put a lot of intention behind the processes that they have. The third green flag that I will mention is their customer focus. The way that they really, at least to me as a customer, talk to me and talked about their pieces was really eye-opening. So as you can see on another example email here, I was in between sizes for the reset dress and the Esme pants, and also another piece that I was considering buying, and I asked them a really specific question about my own sizing, right? And as you can see in this response, they are extremely thorough about each piece that they have made. They say this piece, was from a previous collection that we got feedback from, so we made it bigger, or this piece is like this, and then you can find the exact measurements on the website. So the fact that the customer representative that was talking to me was able to point out these specific details about each piece tells me that not only they care about each piece that they create in design and make, but they actually really care about the customer to give me enough advice on which would be a perfect fit for me. I mean, what other brand could you go and ask them like, hey, what's this t-shirt like? And they'll be able to tell you in exact detail, the fabric, how it's made, where it's stretchy and where it's not. So the conclusion, you're probably not surprised because you have seen the way that I have talked about my pieces today, but I absolutely love all the pieces that I got. Pleasantly surprised and impressed with the way that SKYE operates, as well as the things that they produce. I can definitely see all of these pieces that I have now in my closet to be something long-term and versatile for the rest of my life, if I'm being a little bit not exaggerating, but I just see myself really loving these pieces for such a long time. And of course, I'm a person on the internet, and you should not believe everything that a person says on the internet. And I also, honestly, I did not want to believe that SKYE was going to be this good of a brand, because they are quite expensive because they're a luxe brand. But I have to say that in my personal opinion, they are exactly what they claim that they are. They make beautiful, versatile, modern, elegant pieces that you will love. At the timing of this video, it's February 2023. You may notice that there's actually not that many reviews of SKYE clothing or SKYE jewelry. And I find that to be very exciting for me personally, because if this is a brand that I truly feel excited about, which I do, and the fact that I'm able to be one of the first ones to tell my audience and also the world about it, I mean, this is just like a really exciting opportunity for me as well. So I will be rooting for them 100%. Unless proven otherwise. So if you are convinced, if you're keen on trying out this brand, SKYE, I'm happy to share with you that of course I have a discount that I can share with you. It's Sakura20. I will also link it down in the description below, as well as the website that you can use to buy your pieces from. The good thing about this discount is that there is no minimum purchase. So let's say something is on sale and then you want to actually also get 20% off, and you want to just get one item to try because you are skeptical of me, which you should be because I'm a stranger on the internet, but you are really excited to try out this brand. Please use my discount, because it doesn't matter how cheap or how expensive the piece is, you will still get 20% off. The one thing I will ask is that if you do end up buying a piece from SKYE, please let me know. I would love to hear your review. Alright, so that's it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, as well as I hope it was helpful if you were considering purchasing from SKYE. Please feel free to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, share it with your friends, as well as follow my channel if you want more content like this. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye!